Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Conscious Spirit Podcast. I'm Mari-Lyn. This is Thursday Messages. So this week, Thursday Messages will fall on the full moon for this month. So I thought I'm going to pull in the energy of the moon and give you this is generalized messaging around what you are working towards, what is in your highest good with the energy of this full moon. I don't know a whole lot about astrology. I'm not going to pretend to, but I do know that this full moon is around new growth and connecting with nature. It is the time of year where deer start growing their new antlers. And this moon is called the buck moon for that reason. So it just seems very fitting that this messaging will be around growth, um, new opportunities, maybe new perspectives. I don't know. But we'll find out. You'll have three cards to choose from. Pick what resonates for you. And I'd love to know in the comments what you chose, if it resonated, what area of your life you're working on, anything. And yeah, so if you want to know more about us, our website is tcseverydaypsychics.com. Please check it out, see what our offerings are. There is a contact us form in there for you to reach out. Other than that, please like, subscribe, share all of the great YouTube stuff. It all helps the algorithms and helps us get out there and so we can grow, share our message. All right. Without further ado, let me show you your cards. Hey, group one. I pulled this card and I almost wanted to put it back in the deck. You've chosen the empathy card. I joke around sometimes, and I'm sure you've heard me say this, it's hard to be an empath. Empathy is, I think, throughout time has really come to mean in people's minds something that it isn't. Being an empath and having empathy are different. True empathy is an understanding. And when unhealed empathy hits us, when we are empathizing so deeply because we share a wound, we take on that feeling and our wounding gets exasperated. And many times people will attribute that to being an empath, when the reality is it is unhealed empathy that is creating all of this additional energy. Empathy is something that all humans, okay, I was just corrected, most humans have. There are some people who don't experience empathy for whatever reasons. Um, Not a medical person, not going there. But I wanted to say, everybody, spirit corrected me. Most people have empathy. We we know what it feels like to be ill. And so we can empathize with the person who is ill. We don't always practice empathy, but we do all have it. We all know what it feels like to lose something, whether it's a person, a pet, even sometimes an object. We can lose an object and feel real grief over it. Uh, so we all know what it's like to experience loss, and we can empathize. with that person because we know the feeling. Doesn't mean we need to get in there uh, and feel it for them and try to fix it. Let's pull some runes to see what's going to go with this empathy card in this full moon of July. Well, I picked up two right off the bat, so let's see what they are. So we've got the disruption rune, um, Hagalaz, the disruption rune. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. This one I confuse with Soalu, the sun. Oh, okay. I'm going to show it to you because the sun um, goes the other way. This one, I'm sorry, I got to look at my cheat sheet here. Balance. This is the Iwaz. This is balance. This is beautiful. Okay. Disruption and balance are the runes going with empathy, which absolutely it leads right back into what I was talking about, unhealed empathy, which when, sorry, that unhealed empathy will cause huge disruption. All right, group one. Empathy card, you've got the disruption rune and the balance rune. You are being asked to use this full moon energy to help you expand your ability to practice empathy. There is an understanding with empathy. And now this isn't an excuse. This is not a free ticket to blow people off. This isn't a free ride. True empathy is an understanding and, if appropriate, still holding people accountable, understanding how somebody may be feeling, but encouraging them to show up for themselves, for a project, for work, or encouraging them to step back, to practice self-care. There is such potential for disruption, for chaos when we go beyond empathy and into that unhealed empathy piece. We try to fix someone else's problem through the eyes of our own wounding. Maybe we try to fix their problem the way we want someone to fix our own. That rarely works out well. So I do believe that these two runes, because they are so polar opposites, is you are being asked to let go of the chaos, the disruption, the pushing, the interfering, and replace that with balance, balanced thought, balanced emotion. In this new way of practicing empathy, not only for other people, but for yourself. Now that can be, whew, okay, that can be a real slippery slope in practicing empathy for yourself. And if we're practicing empathy in a new way, it can be a really beautiful thing to experience in understanding how you feel and pushing yourself to not go to that victimhood place, to find the balance in that empathy of understanding. Is there anything more? I don't think so. Group one, in a nutshell, what I'm getting for you is to practice empathy in a new way with balance, with real understanding, and when appropriate, um, accountability, whether that's for yourself or encouraging accountability for someone else that you are practicing this new level of empathy for. Real empathy is not defeating, it is a beautiful empowerment of understanding, of encouragement, also of holding space and allowing someone their experience. Okay, that is what I get for your energy with this full moon. Group number one, thank you for letting me be part of your day. And I'd love to know in the comments again if this resonated for you. Take care. Bye. Hey, group two, you have chosen gratitude. Great card. Let's pull some runes and see what goes along with it. Okay. Again, we are reading the energy of the full moon of July. Um, New growth, new beginnings. All right, we've got the dice cup, which is Iwaz, or no, excuse me, not Iwaz. That was previous rune. Perth is the dice cup. Hidden mysteries. And oops, that's upside down. This is Manaz. This is the self. Oops, sorry. Self, mankind, um, finding the similarities, not focusing on the differences, focusing on the similarities. We are not that different. While we are all individual, we really are not all that different. We all have a full range of emotions. We all have trauma. We all can experience low points and high points, and we all have trouble finding the balance in the middle, that peace in neutral. So let's see, what do we have for group two with gratitude, hidden mysteries, um, self, mankind, finding the similarities with this full moon of July of new growth. Boy, once again, perspective is where I'm going. That's what I'm getting is perspective. Uh, there is this real feeling of trust in those things that you don't understand, like intuition, like that gut feeling. I do know people who get that gut feeling and they bristle against it. They don't trust it. In fact, I know two people. They get that gut feeling and they are convinced it's their ego. And so they do not follow it. And it amazes me every time how they're surprised that they end up feeling like they didn't do the right thing or they didn't do what was in their highest good. And it's like, because you didn't follow your intuition, you didn't follow that gut feeling. And, and they got that mindset that that is ego and it's not. So allowing some trust to build in those things that you don't understand, like the intuition, like those messages from spirit that we all get. Some of us recognize them, some of us don't. We are always getting messaging from our highest self, from our guides. Those feelings of like gratitude, those feelings of peace that come over us randomly. throw the dice, take a chance on really settling into those high vibrational energies like gratitude. I am not getting a real deep message around you have to find gratitude. You need to change your perspective on gratitude. No, this is more a vibrational um, overview, is what I'm getting. This gratitude card is changing your perspective on those, what can be seemingly fleeting moments of higher vibration, of allowing them to affect you, even though you know that they're fleeting, even though you know I can't grab onto it and hold it. Because if we don't experience those high vibrations because we know it's not going to last, oh, honey, I'm telling you, we are missing out. And I know this from personal experience. We are missing out on so much. Yes, those high vibrational things are not meant to be grabbed, held, and uh, lived in, because we can't. As humans, we experience such a range. But when we can allow ourselves to shift into acceptance, to where I'm going to take this moment and I'm going to take it for what I can, let it be as big and as long as it is. Pretty soon, what happens, I also know this from personal experience. Pretty soon, what happens is we start recognizing those vibrations when we're in a lower vibration. And it can help us shift out, move forward instead of sliding further and further and further back. So, taking a chance on that, taking a chance on those higher vibrations of really not trying to even understand it, but just allowing the experience of it, and understanding as humans, we all struggle with this. Even those people who you see their highlight reel on social media, I'm telling you, in real life, in everyday, day to day, they struggle with this too. And it's possible that some of those people where you see just their highlight reel, that they struggle with it more than you do. That's a huge possibility. I do know from personal experience it can be a struggle to accept those fleeting moments of high vibration. They are fleeting and they are supposed to be. Because if we could stay there, we would bypass all of the healing and the learning, because we have to feel that low stuff to learn how to maneuver through it and accept the higher vibration. So I don't know that there's really anything else. Let's see. Is there anything else with this gratitude? And it's interesting because the card itself with the tree, and it's got all of the three separate clouds that are attached to the tree, and then it's got that other cloud with the picture that's not attached. I really am getting, yes, gratitude is a beautiful thing to accept and experience and allow. I almost said practice, but allow is what they brought me. Uh that's not what this is. This is about the vibration, the higher vibration. Gratitude is in there. What's there is an acceptance, an acceptance of that higher vibration. What we're what we're leaning towards here is self-love and just love of life. And we have to be able to accept those fleeting moments of joy, of contentment. And this doesn't mean, woohoo, joyous celebration. This can be, dang, I have nothing to worry about today. And I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to make the best that I can and not find something to worry about. It could be that simple. Just accepting when those higher vibrations come in, of allowing them and experiencing them. Okay, I'm done. Thank you, group two. Would love to know if this resonated with you. And thanks for letting me be part of your day. Today is, when this airs on Thursday, it is the full moon, that full moon of new growth. Take care, everybody. Hey, group three, you've chosen the flow card. Interesting that the chair is facing the moon. It's actually tied to the moon. The moon in this card is not full. However, the day this airs on Thursday, July, 10, it is a full moon. And we are pulling in the energy of that full moon of new growth. Let's see what runes go with this card. I really wish it would be too phenomenal if this picture in this card was a full moon. Uh, but I love the card anyway. So let's see. We have got the rune of Ingwiz. This is the fertility, physical and mental nurturing. Um, I want to say that this rune is also a beginning, um, a change in, oh yeah, a change in direction. Yes. Okay. Next rune. Ah, the sun. The sun, which is a beautiful rune to go along with the full moon. Masculine and feminine energies. The sun is goals achieved, um, honor, power is available to you. And I don't know how much more powerful you can get than the sun and the full moon. And this particular full moon being one of new growth, this card of flow, you have the rune of fertility, of nurturing, of changing directions. Okay, y'all don't need my interpretation. I'll give it to you anyway. Let's see, Spirit, what do we have for this group three with the energy of this full moon? Well, what I'm getting for you, group three, is to take this opportunity to step into the flow of life, step into your power, your ownership, your authority, your energy. It doesn't matter what you call it. Step into that higher vibration that you've never experienced before, that is you, that is in your highest good, that is going to propel you somewhere. Don't know where, but into the flow of life, and your direction will shift. Your perspectives, excuse me, Your perspectives will begin to shift when you allow yourself to really step into the flow of life. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why, but so often card number three is such a direct message for me. And I am doing this. I am making changes to where I literally am stepping into the flow of life. And it's brilliant and it's amazing. Realizing group three, just how, mm, all right, I am arguing here, just how powerful you are when you are your authentic self, when you are standing in your feminine energy of the moon, the masculine energy of the sun. And by power, I don't mean brute strength. By power, I don't mean um, like the Wizard of Oz. I am the powerful Wizard of, I don't know what he says. Um, we're not talking that kind of power. This is personal power to take your life really where you are meant to be in your highest good. And that's going to look different for everyone. For everyone. We are not all meant to be celebrities or wealthy or in the spotlight. Every person has their own journey. Not one is more important than another. Not one is better. It really isn't. The power when we stand in our own energy at its highest vibration in any given moment, and that will change. Um, the highest vibration I could reach in this hour may not be the same as the next hour. Maybe I could get higher. Maybe I can get nowhere near it. But it doesn't matter what we're doing with our life. If we are in our own energy and owning ourselves and we're in flow, no one, no one is more powerful than us. No one. They may think they are, but no one is. There is no hierarchy in that realm. We are, as humans, all equal. We all carry the same value, the same worth. And while some people's energy is big and feels powerful, standing next to someone whose energy is demure, they are equal, especially and specifically when they are each standing in their own energy and taking ownership of it. That's what you are being asked to do, is to allow yourself to step into all of your power, your energy, be in flow with life, and allow those directional changes that are in your highest good. Letting go of control, letting go of ego, letting go of limiting thoughts. In fact, as I'm speaking, as I was saying that, I want to cut that cord. I want to cut that cord because that string or that cord that is attached from the chair to the moon to me speaks of control. Cut the ties that keep you bound to control and step into the flow within your own energy and allow those shifts in direction, in perspective. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, group number 3, with this full moon of July. Would love to know if this resonated for you in the comments. And thanks for letting me be part of your day. Have a good one. I'll see you next time. Bye.